So we're live. How you doing, you two? I'm doing my live stream here today. Like I told you this yesterday, with my friend Tyler for the FA Cup final, like Chelsea versus Liverpool. Tyler, you just tried against Tottenham Hotspur. What City comes up with Newcastle? Chelsea comes up with 2-0 against Wolverhampton. Then Wolverhampton comes up late. How do you feel about coming into a title race now?
I mean, I think we're not in really any worse of a position than we were at first. I mean, I think we still needed that Manchester City to lose a game at some point anyways. So, I mean, you know, if they lose and we win, I mean, I guess they took the goal differential now. But, I mean, you got to win every game from here on out. It makes it harder, but I mean, I don't think it makes it any more impossible than it was before.
When I first saw Lukaku score for Chelsea, I was on my feet. After we first had 2 goals called for offside on VAR. I think we were onside because I hate VAR for real, you know. Because when he first went to the line, they said he was onside, so I was pissed. But when you see Lukaku don't score for a whole 3 months, you gotta be proud of the dude. And you see Arsenal now for top 4 race, and this is why the Premier League is the best league in the whole world. Like, no doubt about it. And now you see Erling Haaland go to City. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, they just announced it today officially.
When we first went for him, the agent said, wait till next season, that's when we start to sign Lukaku. I'm just upset. But there was a post on Facebook saying Erling Haaland just retired from winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
So now let's go to the FA Cup final. What are you going to say?
I mean, we all know Manchester City is going to spend as much money as they can to try and win, and they couldn't do it this year. And I mean, there's no reason to believe they'll do it next year. They'll get to the semifinal, maybe the final or whatever. But you know, and then Pep had to lash out and say what he said. Liverpool has a great history of winning Champions Leagues, but they've only won 1 league in 30 years. It's like, okay, well, you sound a little bit jealous because you can't win it anymore. How long has it been since Pep won? Was it with Bayern or was it Barcelona? It's been a while since Pep's won a Champions League. And I think that bothers them. I think, you know, even if, you know, they still beat Liverpool off of the Champions League this year, or for the Premier League, if Liverpool wins the Champions League, I mean, if Liverpool wins 3 trophies this year, I mean, that's still a fantastic season, even if you don't win the Premier League. But if if we win this FA Cup and we win the Champions League, I mean, you can't be upset with, you know, both domestic cups and the European Cup. You know, you want to win, you know, your domestic title every year, but I mean, if you don't win that, a sweet consolation is winning everything else.
Also, Chelsea's up for a treble as well. We got the Super Cup and the Club World Cup. So we're both fighting for trebles. Back up.
Well, we won. Well, you won. You only got 1 trophy right now, right? Was it the Super Cup
and the Club World Cup?
Oh yeah, you did win the Club World Cup.
Thanks to Kai Havertz. So let's go to the FA Cup final. First off, Marcos Alonso just came into a huge bust-up because during halftime, he said, after the game, Alonso came off, he said, for Saul, and he said it was tactical, but just yesterday, Tuchel came out and said to Alonso, saying there was an argument in the locker room, and he said he wasn't happy about some stuff, forget how it's called, but he had some bust-up with Tuchel, and he hated it, and he probably just put his last game into a Chelsea shirt.
I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I got right here. It came up to say, "I don't have time." It was the manager also denied claims the role was carried on in the dressing room at halftime after Tuchel was visibly upset with Alonso during the 2-2 draw against Wolverhampton. The wing back was then substituted for Saul Niguez at the break. Was that even to punish him? Okay. Yeah, he's done for the year. I can't find anything, but yeah, he's done for the year because he's going to Barcelona. He said he wants to go back to Spain.
Who, Marcos Alonso?
Yeah, he's going to leave.
I didn't know that.
We're going to lose Azpilicueta. He just signed a 2-year agreement with Barcelona, even though he triggered a 1-year contract to do his games. Rudiger's already going to Real Madrid. I'm upset about that because his goal just won goal of the month for April. So how do you think he'll sign Tuchel for Monaco?
Chouameni?
Yep.
I don't know. I think rumors are rumors until they're, until the pen's on paper. I mean, I know that Liverpool agreed with Fulham for Fabio Carvalho. That'll go through in the summer. But, I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I know you guys everyone's going to spend a bunch of money because
we got to use the market very, very much now.
I think Liverpool loses some people, but I think that they're going to spend a lot more money. I heard we're going after Darwin Nunez, but I know Manchester United's going after him too. And probably Man City. It seems like they'll try and sign anybody just to make sure no one else can.
Todd Bowley is speaking to Tuchel, saying he needs 2 key midfielders, another goalkeeper. I mean, he needs 2 defenders, a creative midfielder, another goalkeeper, because Kepa might be going as well. He's linked with Newcastle. I mean, that was a month ago. There was a rumor about a month ago before the League One of Real Madrid versus City, and it was Riyad Mahrez was linked with Chelsea for a summer move. That was a month ago. And that would be another story like Lukaku, who's age and all that stuff, and how he fits into the system, because we already have Ziyech. And they practically play the same role.
I mean, do you think Lukaku's going to stay now, or do you think he's still probably going to be gone? I feel like he still leaves.
After the performance, hopefully, if he can keep scoring for the rest of the season, I want him to stay, because he played a great game yesterday. I mean, Saturday.
Yeah, he did have a good game.
But, man, I thought a player that I want to leave to Chelsea this summer, I want one player to leave, and that is Malang Sarr.
Who? You said Malang Sarr?
Yeah, he needs to go.
Yeah.
Also, Andreas Christensen is leaving to Barcelona. He's going too. Andreas. Mm-hmm. So, let's go to the FA Cup final. How do you feel about going into that game? I know you're very confident because Chelsea's struggling on form as of late. We only had 1 win in 5, and that was against West Ham. We lost against Everton, which was pretty stupid, losing against Frank. Then we lost to, we had against Wolverhampton. Who did we play? 1 win in 5. It's pretty embarrassing because when we came to face Arsenal, it was 1 win in 5 for them. Now we're looking like Arsenal, and Arsenal's only 1 point behind us. After, it was like we were 30 point clear, like City was 22 points clear first. We were like that. We got Leeds tomorrow. Liverpool has Aston Villa tomorrow. You have Aston Villa today, which you should be tied with the league. And we got Leeds, which should be a win, and they're at a similar spot like Everton was going to the game. We should have beat Man United, but we couldn't finish our shot because we had Man United. We should have put Man United in the split.
I mean, I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, obviously Manchester City's in the driver's seat. I know you guys are still fighting for your top 4.
All you gotta do is win, and Arsenal, if we win, Arsenal beats Tottenham, we're basically in top 4. Because right now we have 67 and Tottenham has 62. So if we win, we have 70. And Tottenham loses, they have 62. And that would be 36 for each team. Man United is in 37, so they have the best more games in the hand. And they signed Ronaldo. And Ronaldo's like, what did I sign for this joker? I'm not going to play Champions League for the first time in 20 years. I'm going to be playing in the Conference League. So what do you think? What do you think about Ronaldo's future? Do you think he stays with Ten Hag, or do you think he wants to play somewhere else?
I saw something the other day that said something about Real Madrid would take him back.
Bring back the Benzema duo, because when Real Madrid, because Real Madrid, you're playing them again. You played them last year, but if you go back to the 2016 Champions League final, you faced them. Mm-hmm. And I remember when Karius made that dumb mistake.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat that game. We have a much better team than that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
And I think that we remember what happened then. So I'm actually less worried about that than I am about the FA Cup. I don't think that Champions League final is going to be anything to worry about.
But I think it was either Man City or Real Madrid. He got Liverpool. I think Real Madrid might be the team because you see what they done in the knockout stage. They up after the City game because they were up 5-3 on aggregate, and when I got notified with 90 minutes to go, I thought this is gonna be the FA Cup semifinal over again. This is the best team in once again a back-to-back Premier League Champions League final. And I see Rodrigo score two times in 1 minute. I'm like, what the flippin' Jesus has this Real Madrid team done this year?
They just got lazy. I mean, they thought they had it won, and Real Madrid didn't give up. But I don't think that they would be able to do that against Liverpool, because I know Liverpool would close it out. They wouldn't get lazy like that at the end.
Also, Jack Grealish had 2 clear chances. I think he beat the keeper once, and it just went wide. And I think they had another chance when Alaba just cleared off the line. Benzema's gonna win Ballon d'Or if they win Champions League, like no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he still should have a shot at it anyways. He's been incredible.
That Champions League first leg was insane. If Villarreal comes up, when I saw 2-0, I said, they already knocked out Bayern. I see that 2-0 Liverpool score, and I was like, oh my God, they're going to do it again. And you just come up with 3. Luis Diaz made a huge impact. I just played him on my fantasy. I'm getting hella points out of it.
Luis Diaz has been an amazing signing, and I think that's why Liverpool, I don't know what is going to happen with the contract with Salah, because you got, Jota, you got Luis Diaz, and then, like I said, they're going after Darwin Nunez. So, I mean, they might, try to move on from Salah and Mane as they're kind of, entering into their 30s. And, I mean, you can't guarantee everyone's going to age like Ronaldo or Messi and be like, oh, he's 30. Well, he's got 5 more years of being great. Once they hit 30, it's kind of like, okay, well, this is probably where, I mean, I'm sure Salah's going to be great for another couple of years, but, you got a guy like Luis Diaz who's 23, a guy like Jota who's 22, 23, Nunez, who I know is younger than, all these guys are under 25 years old. It kind of helps to kind of refresh, because I know Firmino's over 30, Mane, I think, is 30, and Salah's 29, 30.
The 2 teams that are linked with, 2 days ago, Barca was eyeing move for Mane, and just 20 hours ago, Liverpool on Sky Sports said Bayern Munich is on target for Sadio Mane.
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, for the right price, I mean, you got to figure Liverpool bought Mane from Southampton for a fraction of what they're going to get for him. He came and he's helped us win a Champions League, a Carabao Cup, a Premier League, and he's been to 2, now 3 Champions League finals. And I mean, Sadio Mane's been you've gotten way more than you would have ever hoped to have gotten when we signed him, years ago.
You also got Virgil van Dijk from Southampton, I think, right?
Yeah. And that's where Jordan Henderson came from, too.
Oh, my God. Southampton must be feeling, like, salty right now.
Yeah, it's our Liverpool B team.
It's for real. So, let's go to the FA Cup final. Do you think they'll start Kelleher again, or do you think they'll go with Alisson Becker?
That's interesting. I mean, it obviously, it worked out playing Kelleher in the last one in the Carabao Cup. So I could see why they would play Alisson, just because, it's like you might as well go the best for the silverware. It did end in a 0-0 draw in the Carabao Cup, and, and it comes down to penalties. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think either way, I mean, they're both great keepers. Quentin Kelleher has had an amazing season with all the chances he's been given. He's made the most of. So, I mean, it could go either way. I think that if I had to guess, I'd say we would start Alisson, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland gets the start too.
I think we should risk Mendy for Saturday tomorrow. Start Kepa and just put Mendy in, because Mendy's been playing consistently, but we need him to rest.
Liverpool may not play their A team because we are still in the hunt for the Premier League title, and we do have some big games coming up in the next week and stuff that we might want to save some of our key players for that, because we do have a really deep squad, and I think we can put out a bunch of different lineups that can compete with anybody.
I think you can win anywhere, because a lot of Chelsea fans, even me, are saying that thinking of our form right now, we shouldn't be showing up. we should just not show up if we're gonna keep playing like this, because we might get smacked. But this is for silverware, and I just want if we show up to this game and get smacked again, because this is our third straight FA Cup final, if we lose 3 in a row, Victor Report's gonna put out a flipping meme about us again.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a difficult year for you guys with everything going on. So, I mean, Tuchel's really held the ship together well and put you guys in a good position to fight for trophies and, stay in, the Champions League and stuff. So, I mean, I think with everything that's happened, all the controversy outside of, football and everything, I would be proud if I were you guys, regardless of what happens. I mean, you always want to win the trophies when you get to those games, but, sometimes it's just impressive to even get there, especially with, all of the stuff that's been happening.
Yeah. So, what do you think your 11? What do you think your 11 will be for today's game against Villa? Because I know you're going to be facing good old Coutinho again.
Yeah, Stevie G. You know what I'm thinking though? Obviously we need a win, but on the last match day of the year they played City, and Coutinho and Gerrard both got close to winning the title with Liverpool. But how funny would it be, if they beat City and get the title Liverpool, but not in Liverpool jerseys,
Speaking of Coutinho, Barcelona's in talks with Villa right now, speaking permanent move to keep Coutinho. Villa's gonna keep him, it looks like.
I think that's a good move. I mean, Coutinho's played well since he's come back, and he never really fit in at Barcelona.
And stay with CVG.
Yeah, I think he's more comfortable at Villa, and playing for Steven Gerrard, who's an old teammate of his, and probably helped mentor him a little bit when he was a younger player. It's beneficial for both sides, and helps Steven Gerrard, get his managerial career, which he's done a really great job at Aston Villa.
And also, speaking of Liverpool, Adrian still connected with Liverpool. What do you think the future is of Adrian, since Kelleher is still taking the spot? It looks like as a backup goalkeeper, and Adrian has made mistakes over the years.
Adrian's played some good games for us, and he's had some mistakes. I would prefer to give Kelleher the chance just because he's younger and he's been here for a while, and he's proven himself in the games that he's gotten. But I think eventually that's what will be the case. I don't think Adrian's going to be around much longer.
Did you hear about Christian Pulisic's dad posted on Twitter about his future?
I did.
What kind of dad does? And he deleted it like an hour later.
I mean, I get what he's saying, because it does probably break his heart as a father to see, he does get a lot of flack from Chelsea. Christian does, because maybe it's because he's American and they want to blame it on him or what. But I mean, when I see him play, he plays his heart out and he does his best. And he doesn't really get all the game opportunities in the world, and I feel like he does make the most of them when he gets them. So I can see where his dad's coming from, but sometimes it's better, just to keep your mouth shut. And, his son's a grown man; he can take care of himself.
Tuchel came out and said right after that, saying that he got put on his press conference against who game was that? Going to against the Wolves game, and he came out and said, "Where's it at?" He said, "The Christian that does this club." He says, "I don't care about what his dad says. All I care about is the player, manager." He says, "Yeah, after the tweet." He said he had zero problem with Christian Pulisic after his dad said some situation. It's now a deleted tweet which sparked debate among the Blues fan base. Spark Pulisic wrote, following their 1-0 defeat to relegation battle at Everton, which I was pissed about, because I had to go to work in that mood, and I actually almost been lost it on my manager, saying my team was lost to a flipping damn-ass Everton. The Christian of his club, teammates in London, he said, puts his heart, out, soul, and everything to be a pro. Onwards, going to the World Cup. What I like is going to be into the winter, so, Christmas World Cup is pretty cool. Here it is. I am not concerned if his father does not say what the player does not love me. The Blues Plateau reporters, is everything okay? With me and the father, maybe not. I don't know, like every manager. We have our reasons to choose our lineup. We have our reasons to go for our players in the first 11, and you'll never see in this kind of level of competition happy faces from players who are not selected. I haven't experienced the same reaction from Christian lately. It was actually the opposite. Very strong, very positive in the last few weeks. He had a fantastic training week. Between me and Christian, there is zero problem. Before, when he came on against West Ham, he said, the reason I'm not starting Christian because of his traveling during the qualifiers in March.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, there's a lot of competition for places in a place like Chelsea, in a big club. Like, if you're not in form, still play someone who is. So, I mean, I get it. As long as Pulisic he needs to keep his head down and, focus on being the best player he can be and developing every day. I mean, he's still young. He's not reached his full potential yet by any means. So, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Juventus are linked with a move right now with Pulisic. Juventus are linked with him.
What'd you say?
Juventus is linked with a Pulisic.
I don't know if that's a great idea for him. I mean, he would get paid for sure, though.
But imagine, though, they have Winston McKennie. It'll be like an American situation, though.
Yeah.
Plus, also, you have said they'll give us Paulo Dybala in return, but what's the point of getting Paulo when we already have Werner and Havertz?
Yeah.
Where would we put him?
Yeah, Dybala doesn't really play I mean, he can play on the wing, but he's not more of a true winger like Pulisic is, and you've already got guys that play in the middle.
We also can play Havertz and Matt in the false nine.
Yeah.
I just know for a fact Lukaku's going to start tomorrow.
Probably.
But the thing that takes me off with Tuchel saying that he was not giving any praise to Lukaku after the brace he had. But he said he really does that. He doesn't give praise during a draw.
He's made kind of a fool of himself this year.
True.
I think he's got to prove himself back. I mean, that's a good start. Getting a brace like that, and it's unfortunate for you guys that it was undone by a great comeback by Wolves. Honestly, that's how this league is. I mean, you don't ever write anyone off. 2 goals is still a dangerous lead. I mean, ask Manchester City.
True. The commentators kept posting on Todd Bowley saying, "This is just the Premier League for you, Todd. Welcome to the Prem."
Yeah, absolutely. That's how it goes around here. But I got to get going, Ben. That's about all the time I got today.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, buddy, I'll see you later.
See ya.
All right, man.
And that's the video. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Ben. See you later. Peace out. Up to Chelsea. I might be making another video later today. Probably not because of today's video, but thank you for tuning in. It's been Chelsea. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.